Hello everyone, it's Mal. Welcome back to the Doll Mom podcast. This is crazy. It's episode 28 and I hope you all don't mind, but it's just me today. I'm so sorry. But it's going to be a great episode. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited like always. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. This is like the first time that I don't really have a plan for talking points today, but the main points that we are going to hit today is rearranging the doll room, some summertime plans. We might get into doll room storage as well. We'll see. And how you can still enjoy AG with not breaking the bank. Okay? So I feel like since we have a lot to get to in this episode, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the doll room. So I thought I would share kind of what I've been doing in my doll room in hopes to kind of like inspire or motivate you to work in your doll area or your doll room and to change it up, because I feel like it's the beginning of summer. Like, wasn't it like the first day of summer, like on June 20th or something? So we're fresh. It's new, you know. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, it's summertime, you know. Adventures begin, happiness begins because, you know, you're free of different things. I don't know where I'm going, but anyways, it's like a new beginning, you know? Summertime's always a new beginning, and so new beginnings in your doll space happening, you know? Switch it up, change it up, rearrange, drag stuff out of storage, put stuff in storage, you know, do what you want. So anyways, so I thought I would talk about what I did in my doll room. I just posted a kind of new video over what I did and showing you all visually what I did. So if you are into like the visual aspect of that, please go check out that video. It's on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. But anyways, the whole reason why I'm talking about this is not to just plug my video that I worked on. It's to just motivate you and inspire you to do something with your dolls. So first of all, it started late in March where I was just like, you know what? I'm kind of not necessarily tired of what I am looking at my doll room. It's just I'm ready for something new and I want to make it better. So like before this, I had like everything in the doll room. Like it was like it's never gotten fully picked up or like organized since like last year, because like I don't think I even like picked up and organized it for Christmas. Like I'm gonna be dead serious. It's been bad. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just ready for something fresh. I'm just ready for it. We took everything out. We took, well, not everything out. We didn't take like the main dollhouse stuff. Well, I took everything out of the dollhouse though. But I took everything out of the floor, off the floor. We vacuumed, we deep cleaned because, you know, spring cleaning. And I took everything out of the doll houses, all the doll rooms in the doll houses. You know, we cleaned all the doll houses, the rooms, and all this. And then I decided, you know what? I want to change it. Like I want to change different rooms around and I want to move different dolls to different areas, and I want to not necessarily have it be, I felt like it was very crowded, especially the floor space. You couldn't really hardly walk, and so I kind of want it to be like free flowy, you know, like it's not so crowded, and you know, I have space to just sit down where I want to sit down. If I want to just sit down on the floor and just stare up at like the doll houses, or if I just want to lay on the floor and just stare at things, you know, like I can do that, you know, like just be able to enjoy my doll room. So that's kind of what I did. That's kind of what led me into just taking things out and I didn't feel like I put a lot of stuff in storage, because looking back, I think the only couple things I put in storage was Julie's locker, the Glitter Girl's house, and that was really it. Like, it's just rearranging and making stuff better. Was it hard to put stuff in storage and saying goodbye for those to now? Like, saying goodbye to those things for now? Absolutely. But, you know, the doll room's always changing and seasons are always changing, and there's a reason to get stuff out again. You know, like I feel like I have space now to where I can rotate my stuff and get stuff out of storage when I want to and all this. And so anyway, so that was like the main thing that led me into the doll room renovation, I'm going to call it. And then the doll room closet. The doll room closet I thought about for a while. It was kind of my mom's idea, actually. My mom really helped me with this big doll room renovation. She gave me a lot of ideas and a lot of the stuff that I took. And I was like, you know what? That would be really cute. Let's do it. So in my doll room beforehand, I was very running out of room. Very, very much. And she was like, well, why don't we take out your doll room closet and let's make it into the Girl of the Year closet, where we have mostly all of the Girl of the Years in there. And I was like, sure, because, like, I'm very big about having each character doll their own space. And, like, I want to give them their own space or own room. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we took everything out of the doll room closet. We put it all in storage. By the way, we're redoing completely everything in the doll storage area. Like, I have 2 doll room closets, technically. The first one is in the doll room. The second one's not in the doll room. But the first one we changed into the Girl of the Year closet. And then the second one, we're like changing completely how to reorganize and, methods for storing different things and all this stuff. So that's been like an ongoing process too. So it's been like a all around doll room rearrangement, like dolls changing because, we changed the doll room closet. We're changing methods on how to store things and all of this stuff. So it's been a long process, but it's been also very rewarding in a way because, getting to see it all come together and like getting to enjoy little things and like getting excited, like it's been great. Anyways, so the doll room closet is now the Girl of the Year closet. It doesn't just hold Girl of the Years. It holds my Bitty Babies and the Costco ballerinas, and some Truly Me dolls are in there too. But it is super duper cute, and I can't wait to show it to you. I'm not going to spoil it too much before I post the video, but it is very, very neat. I love it. Oh, and it also houses my pets too. So get excited. It's so much fun. I do want to go back a little bit, and I want to talk about doll storage. So my doll storage has been a cluttered mess. Like, we needed very much help. I felt like I feel like I'm kind of like on a HT TV show talking about how like my whole room and everything was just a mess and needed help, and then I became this like interior designer or something, and like I renovated it. Like, I don't know, like I feel like this is like an HTV special right here. I changed up my tubs. So a very common storage method that I have is each doll has their own tubs. Okay, so like for example, Molly has her own tub, and in Molly's tub I keep all of her clothes, her accessories that I'm not using. Like for example, I'll put her winter skates in there when it's not the holidays, or I'll put her school lunchbox in there when it's like summer, So like different things like that, little small things, not really big things because, they're not that big. They're shoe boxes, okay, that I got at Walmart. You can get them off Amazon, get them off Target, Dollar Tree. And sometimes I'll have dolls share tubs. Like, for example, Jess shares a tub with Lindsay and Kaylee. And you think it'd be too much because there's 3 dolls in there, but it's actually not, because Lindsay's collection's not very big, Kaylee's collection's not very big, Jess's collection's not very big, so it all works. So anyways, there's dolls that share different things. Molly shares a tub with Emily. Who else shares a tub? Marilyn shares a tub with Caroline, but I feel like I'm going to have to break those 2 girls up sometime. So different things like that. And then it's not just with my historical characters. Like I said, Girl of the Years, World by Us has just 1 tub. The Disney dolls have a tub, just 1 tub. Hopscotch Hill has a tub. Willy Wishers has 2 tubs. Bitty Babies, I think, have 3 tubs. So it kind of just varies with the different lines and different things. I am going through and I'm reorganizing my Truly Me tubs because it's a whole disaster with them. So like I have literally so many different Truly Me dolls, and they're not really organized at all. Like everything's just there. And so I literally had to pull out every single tub when I'm trying to look for something, and it's just not convenient. So I'm trying to figure out a new method. I think what I'm going to do is, this is my whole process of reorganizing the Truly Me tubs. I thought about filming it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to take everything out of the Truly Me tubs. I'm going to throw it on the floor. I'm not going to throw it on the floor. I'm just going to dump it out on the floor, okay? And I'm going to organize. I'm going to put outfits together. And then I'm going to assign a tub. So, like, I'm going to organize my tubs maybe by, like, sports or, like, holiday or seasonal, you know, like summertime outfits, springtime outfits, mix and match outfits, store shirts outfits, like different things like that. And maybe I'm thinking that would work better because there's times where I just cannot find the other shoe to the other outfit, or I cannot find the full outfit. So I'm thinking that will work better. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, please DM me. Please reach out. I am open to anything. So anyway, since I turned the doll room closet into the Girl of the Year closet, I had to change where I keep my tubs, so my tubs are now somewhere else. Okay, well, I used to hang my dresses up. Well, where I have my tubs, I can't hang my dresses up. So, well, I could, it's just a really crowded mess, and I can't see the tub labels and all of this stuff. So I bought off Amazon this cute little cart. It's a rolly cart, and I put all of my dresses on it and all my hats, and it's super duper cute. I posted a picture on Instagram the other day, but on my story, and I think I made a highlight called doll storage, because I redid my doll highlights, like not my doll highlights, my Instagram story highlights completely. I don't think I actually have one. I'll make one. So then, because I really want to get into like the storage aspects, because like I'm struggling. Oh, I just hit the microphone. I'm super duper sorry. I feel like this is kind of like a rambling mess, and maybe this is why I need a plan before I just come on here and be like, yeah, this is kind of what I want to talk about. Like, let's do it. I will make a doll storage highlight. I found a lot of people, including myself, need guidance when it comes to doll storage. So maybe that will help some of you, and maybe it'll help me too, you know, like getting inspired and to try something new, you know, getting inspired to try a new way of storing different things. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of getting into doll storage, I guess, a little bit. I've also bought some shelves to put my big accessories on, which really, really helpful. So then, like, they're not all on the floor and you're, like, trying to, like, jump over different ones to find a certain thing. So it's been really helpful kind of, like, to see them all visually lined up and be like, oh, yeah, there's that. Okay, I want to put that in the doll room today, you know? Different things like that. I will say, though, I feel like this is with any doll space, doll house, doll area. It's never done and it's never complete. And that's one thing that I really like about it, because, you know, your favorite doll brands are going to keep coming out of products, or so I hope. You know, they're going to keep releasing amazing stuff, and you're going to grow your wish list. You're going to see things that you might not think you're ever going to want, but you're going to want it because it's cute, and you're going to want to add it to your doll house or your doll space or your doll area, whatever you have, wherever you keep your dolls. So I think it's always going to be changing, and I think it's always going to be your own as well. You know, like everybody has such a unique personal touch to their own doll area and their own doll space, and it's always going to be, as Kelsey Ballerini says, because I'm going to see her in concert sometime soon, it's always subject to change. And I think that's what makes it so unique and so individualized and personal. Moving on into our next topic. So this topic was sent in by a listener. I previously asked you in my Dollies and Rainbows hub on Instagram what kind of topics that you guys would like me to talk about on my podcast. And somebody mentioned how to enjoy American Girl while not breaking the bank. I really liked this topic idea, and I don't think I've ever talked about something like that. And so I was like, you know what? It's summer. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I have a couple tips. So my first tip is thrifting and flea marketing. What I mean by that is go to your local thrift stores, go to your local flea markets, go to your local chain thrift stores, Goodwill. I think that's like the only like main chain that I can think of that like everybody knows anyways. But go to your local stuff, go to your local like resale shops. Like I found stuff there, like even if you never had an American Girl store like me, I never had an American Girl store in my town. The closest one used to be 3 hours away, and that was Kansas City before it closed. And I still find stuff. Like, you never know what you're going to find. Now, don't get discouraged if you don't find anything, because there are days where I'll go to Goodwill or I'll go to somewhere hoping to find something and they just don't have anything. But who's to say that they won't have something within a week or the next time you go? So you never know how often stuff comes in too. So very, very keep like checking back and like be kind of like on it and stuff. So I really recommend doing that, because like I said, I never had an American Girl store in my town, but I literally find stuff all the time. Like, not all the time, but often. I think the biggest thing that I've ever found locally at Goodwill or for a store would probably be a doll, a Pleasant Company Kaya. I found a Willy Wisher there too. I mostly find games, movies, and books, which I love books and I love games. And sometimes I'll even find stuff I didn't even know existed. Like the other day I found this American Girl game at a flea market, and the flea market was like 45 minutes away from me. And I never knew it existed. Like, the game is from 2005. Like, and it had all the pieces in it. Like, it was crazy. I was like, oh my goodness. It's a, like, 300 or 500 wishes game. Like, it is cool. Like, I love it. So, you never know what you're going to find. I also recommend hitting up, like, garage sales and yard sales and annual sales. Like, annual sales, I mean, my town does this book sale twice a year, and I've always found American Girl books that I don't have, that are retired. Sometimes I'll find books there that didn't even know exist. So I like to go to those as well, and those typically are free too. And then there's kind of some local kids resale sales too that happens twice annually, and I'll go there and I'll find doll stuff too. So kind of take advantage of like different things like that. And usually the stuff that's there, it's pretty cheap. I think the most expensive thing I've ever spent was, I think either $50 for a horse, and the horse was like in good condition. It was Sage's horse. So the stuff there is usually pretty cheap. Like, the dolls go for like $40. I know last year there was a Truly Me doll. She was like $30, and she was like in new condition. I did not buy her because I already had her. I was like, waiting for somebody who doesn't have her, whatever. Anyways, so the stuff usually is cheap. Like, the book sale I was talking about, $1 books, and they could be hardcover, paperback, activity books, whatever, $1 books. And then the stuff I found at Goodwill and stuff like that, Pleasant Company Kaya, was $7.99. So, like, pretty cheap stuff, budget friendly, I feel like, for the most part. So I feel like you can't go wrong with finding stuff there, especially for a deal. And the game I was talking about, how much did I pay for that game? Let me look. I think it was like $15 or $20, so it wasn't too bad. I feel like that's like a regular price game. If I went down the road to Walmart and or Target and got a game, I feel like that would be like the standard price. So, like, not too bad, I didn't think. Plus, it's from like 2005, like retired, and like $20, I'll take it, I also recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace. And kind of some of those like local resale stuff. So then you're not paying shipping, because shipping can be exhausting to pay for. And there's like no fees on Facebook Marketplace if you're like picking it up locally. Like, there's like nothing kind of crazy like that. I guess it might depend on the seller that's selling it, but usually it's like pretty good, So locally, I found some really good deals. Like I said, like, I'm 3 hours. Well, now I'm 7 hours away from Meiji store. Like, my closest one that was 3 hours closed. So, kind of out in the middle of like nowhere over here, in the Midwest, but I still find stuff. The other day I found a 19.1 on Facebook Marketplace. She was a little bit of a drive, but I did not buy her, sadly. Like, I'm going to cry talking about it, but I did not buy her. But the closest thing that I did buy, I think I found, recently, what was it? Hold on, I'm trying to think. It was the version 1 of the American Girl Grand Hotel set. I got that for $40. Like, crazy. I always wanted it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my lucky day. And I found Mary Ellen's Airstream for close, like right in my town too. That was a little bit more expensive. Those people knew what they were selling. But, some people, they don't know what they're selling. And so you can get like a really good deal. Or sometimes, people just like, they don't know what they go for. And so they're just like, $20 for Molly's Vanity, like literally it works in your favor, let me tell you. So yeah, some things, that used to have an AG store, if you live by used to have an AG store, I'm sure, I feel like you would have many luck checking out, your local Facebook Marketplace, your local like Goodwills, or Once Upon a Child. I forgot to mention them. That's a chain that gets really good stuff in. Sometimes Once Upon a Child can be a bit expensive. Sometimes they know, like what stuff is, but other times they don't. Like my local one, I feel like doesn't really know, because I did find like $20 Willy Wishers in there, so. But anyways, I definitely recommend checking those places out, especially Facebook Marketplace. I know Craigslist was a big thing at one point, and I don't know if it's still a big thing. I feel like there's like nobody who uses it, like at least like where I'm at. Maybe I should start checking that. I don't know. I feel like Craigslist has gotten into like a big scam, and you're like, is this real? I mean, Facebook Marketplace can be too sometimes, but it's usually hardly ever American Girl dolls. If you do want to be adventurous and you do want to buy secondhand, maybe check out some of the resale sites like Mercari and eBay. And I know there's a couple Facebook groups that sell stuff, sometimes locally, sometimes they'll have shipping. But always kind of be aware that sometimes stuff might not work out. Like if you're betting on something, you might not get it. And I feel like there's also like a lot of fees on there too, especially with Mercari. You have a shipping fee, you have a selling fee, you have a processing fee. I know this because I literally just bought a doll off of Mercari and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to do this. I did it anyway. But be aware that there might be some fees, when you get all your information in and you're finally going to click that, buy now button or something, there might be some fees. So I would just be aware of that if you do find a good deal on there. And sometimes, like I said, the prices cannot be as good as maybe, someone who doesn't know what they're selling on Facebook Marketplace. But, you can get some really good deals on there as well. Like, I got a really good deal, I think, on number 41 on eBay. And, I bought my number 20 for like, I think $60 or $70, which I didn't think was too bad off of Mercari. So not too bad deals on there too, but be aware of the shipping fee and the extra fees that you might occur if you go that route. And then I also recommend saving your money for sales, because right now American Girl has a pretty good sale when I'm recording this. I don't know if they'll extend it when I post this episode, but as of I think it ends tomorrow, but they might extend it. I know they used to do extended an extra day, I know they used to do sometimes that, but we'll see if they do it on this one. But it was the summer sales, and stuff was marked up to 50% off. They had dolls on that sale, lots of clothes, accessory, furniture pieces. So sometimes, your favorite companies will put a lot of stuff on sale for a really good deal. So I would definitely save my money for that as well, because you never know, the summer sale. I know a lot of companies do stuff for Black Friday, save, some extra money aside, for that as well. I know the Queen's Treasures had a really good sale, 63% off, which was crazy. Oh my goodness. But I think a lot of companies do sales during the holiday season, so that's my advice if you want to buy something. It's always good to check out a good sale, My next thing is making use and just kind of working with or allow yourself to fully enjoy what you have. I feel like, we're all on social media, and I feel like we can all get caught up in this big social media bubble of the pressures of always purchasing something, or always taking it, getting something from every single release from your doll brand, or taking advantage of this sale, your doll collection is your doll collection, I don't think you should allow yourself into the pressure of social media. Just because everybody's posting that they bought something from like a Disney release that American Girl had doesn't mean that you need to buy something from the Disney release that American Girl has. Your collection is what you want it to be. And if you can't afford anything during that time that American Girl or some other doll brand has a release, that's okay. Like, your collection is already amazing as it is, and I feel like everybody's collection is so unique and personalized that it's amazing. Like, I feel like your collection itself is amazing with not new additions to it. You know what I mean? I wish also social media wasn't so showy, I'm also like really want to try to get away from constantly posting unboxings and review videos, even though like this is like my tip. If maybe I can do like a content creator segment of like tips I have, I don't know. But the stuff that I usually use and like reviews or like unboxing is like stuff I got a long time ago. But still, like I feel like it kind of feeds into that pressure of, oh, I need to buy this, and I feel like that's such a big pressure when you're on social media, like when you're a content creator, trying to get stuff for videos. But using what you have, I feel like it's such a strong thing. And, I kind of want to get into making videos of retired stuff, like making a video over Grace's Bakery, like talking about it and like all the stuff that it came with, like I feel like that would be really cool. And plus it's retired, not, you can't, you could buy it off eBay, but it's so expensive, or like, showing you different parts of different collections and all this. So I kind of really want to start getting into that. And kind of getting away from reviews and unboxings. But at the same time, I feel like that's what people know me for, is doing unboxings and reviews videos, because I do a ton of them, and it's not because I don't enjoy doing it anymore. It's just I feel like I feel like at the end of the day, I have like such a guilty thing about it, guilty thing, meaning like a guilty feeling. Like, I really hope I'm not feeding into like the social media pressures or like, like pressures of like buying stuff and like all this, and like I don't want to brag either. Like, I'm not one of those girls to brag, like absolutely not. Take me off the rosters if I am. Like, I'm not, I don't know. I just feel like I'm like feeding into something that I feel like I shouldn't. But definitely enjoying what you have. I feel like, there's not many people who just sit back and relax and just post what they already have. I feel like doll Instagram is full of the culture of constantly posting new items. But, I want to see what you have in your collection already, I want to see the stuff that makes you happy. And I want to see, different outfits that you put your dolls in that you already have. Like I want to see what you're doing that's already in your collection, So the last topic I want to talk about is summer plans. So every summer, or almost every summer, I kind of like to make like an idea list, kind of different things. Either I'll write it down in the notes app on my phone, or like I kind of have like an idea in my head of different things that I want to do this summer with my dolls. So the first thing I want to do, and I'm talking about this because I hope it inspires you to get in the doll room. Like, my whole goal of this episode is to inspire you to do something with your dolls. If it's, going to your doll area, changing out a room, dressing a doll, or, looking up different things locally on Facebook Marketplace, or going thrifting, going to your nearest Goodwill or something, doing something that's doll related. So my first goal is, I've been kind of falling back in love with photography, so I kind of want to take some more photos of my dolls. Maybe going out and about, maybe not, because it's really hot. It's like 93 degrees. Like, we're in the 90s now here in the Midwest, and it's not fun. But, just taking more photos of my dolls. Like I said, I fell back in love with photography, and I kind of just been wanting to get more into it, and just, dressing my doll and just taking her out into like a pretty bouquet of flowers, or like something. It doesn't even have to be like big. I just want to take photos of my dolls, I would say my main goal this summer is to finish this one doll theme project that I'm not going to tell you about yet, but it's to finish this one doll theme project that I have been working on for a while. and it is definitely a work in progress, and my whole goal is to just finish it. My goal last summer was to finish it, but I didn't come close to it. So this summer I am definitely dedicating more time to it, and I'm so close to finishing it. So yeah, I really want to tell you what it is, but I don't want to tell you what it is at the same time. So anyways, that's like my main goal, is to work on a Pacific doll theme project that I have been working on for a while. Another thing I want to do is work on my American Girl History website. It's making a comeback. So I've been kind of working on that recently, and I have a lot of ideas regarding it and all of this. And so I kind of been spending time doing that. And then I also want to post some more TikTok videos. I feel like I've gone away from TikTok a little bit. I want to post and I want to make more vertical videos in general, but I'm not really sure what vertical videos to make. So I'm kind of like in this like phase where I'm like, I want to do it, but I'm not sure how to do it. Like obviously I know how to make a vertical video, but like I'm not really sure what it consists of. Like what videos should I make vertically? Like, I don't know. And then there's a couple projects I need to finish up in the doll room. I'm still working on my Girl of the Year closet, and I want to print off some posters to put in a couple of the rooms. And what else do I want to do? I think that's pretty much it. Emmy's and Rose's room. I kind of want to rearrange, but I haven't really came up with how, like, what I want it to look like. Like, obviously, I want it differently. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I want to stack their beds to make it look like a bunk bed. But then what am I going to do with the extra space? You know what I mean? And then I want to take out, like, what I'm using as their nightstand and put something else in there too. But I'm like, what else am I going to put in there? So it's like a thinking journey, with that. Like, I would love to have a couple doll friends over and see the doll room. Like, I really want Cassie to come over, and I've been wanting to go see her doll room for a while too. I want to go see her, visit her. And I would love to be a doll Sydney to come over as well. And who knows what other videos, doll friends or visitors we would have in the doll room as well, coming up this summer. I feel like life is just full of opportunities, and you never know what's going to happen, Alrighty, everyone. We have reached the end of this episode 28 of the Doll Mom podcast. I felt like this was like all over the place, but I feel like they're all over the place. And then once I get them to like put together, like when I mean all over the place, I mean the ones where it's just me is all over the place. Like the ones that have guests on, I feel like very, very good when I like put them together and edit it and all this, but like the ones where I feel like it's just me, it's just kind of a mess. And then when I edit it, it's like, oh, this is actually working out, this is actually better than what I thought it would be. Hopefully this is the same. So I hope this episode inspired you to go do something with your dolls or do something doll related, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Doll Mom podcast. My name's Mal. I am Dollies and Rainbows on YouTube. I don't know what I was about to say. Instagram, Facebook. We're not really on Facebook, let's be real. Like it's been a journey. TikTok, all of that. I'm pretty much anywhere. Pinterest, we go places on the internet, I guess. Like we're everywhere. Check out the Doll Mom podcast on social media as well. Instagram, Threads now. We're now on Threads. Really exciting. TikTok and Facebook. Those are the 4 platforms that we're on. And I'd really appreciate it if you go check us out. Give us a like, give us a follow, like our post, love our post, show us some love on there. I'd really appreciate that as well. And yeah, we post new episodes every single month on the 25th, and it's a fun time. So I really appreciate you all listening to this episode. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful time until I talk to you next. Bye!